Hello everyone, AnEvilSnowman here, bringing you another guide to Dota 2, this time covering Bristleback. Remember, if you like the video, please thumb it up and subscribe for more Dota 2 content to come. Viscous Nasal Goo will cover the target in snot, reducing their movement speed by 20% and adding a stacking debuff that reduces their armor by 2 and move speed by an additional 12%. The debuff can stack up to 4 times for a maximum reduction of -4 armor and -68% move speed. Nasal Goo lasts 5 seconds and the duration is refreshed each time the debuff is applied. Nasal Goo costs 30 mana with a 1.5 second cooldown. Quill Spray deals damage in an AoE around Bristle, dealing 80 damage. Successive hits of Quill Spray within 10 seconds will deal an additional 30 damage each time, but this is capped at 400 damage. Quill Spray costs 35 mana and has a 3-second cooldown. Bristleback is a passive ability that reduces damage taken from the side by 20% and from behind by 40%. If Bristle takes 250 damage from behind, he will release his current level of Quill Spray. Warpath is Bristle's ultimate, another passive ability that will increase his move speed by 10% and his damage by 30 each time he casts a spell. This effect will last 10 seconds. Each successive spell within this 10 seconds stacks another 3% move speed and 30 damage. This can stack up to 5 times for a maximum move speed bonus of 25% and an extra 180 damage. Items do not trigger this effect. Bristleback is taken at level 1 for the early damage mitigation, but is then left until levels 4, 8 and 9 until being leveled further. Quill Spray will be your main nuke, so you should max this first, picking it up at levels 2, 3, 5 and 7. Vicious Nasal Goo isn't that useful early on, as you won't be chasing, you should be farming up your core items, which we'll get to in a second. But into the mid game, you definitely will be chasing. This should be maxed last, taking it at levels 10, 12, 13 and 14. Warpath is taken at the normal 6, 11 and 16. Stats are taken at levels 15 and 17 onwards. Bristle is going to be needing its farm, so starting out, take 3 iron branches, a quelling blade and 2 sets of tangles. After a little farm, get your magic wand and your boots of speed. A magic wand's an obvious choice, it's pretty much core in every hero. Boots are taken early since everyone else will be getting them around this time and you don't want to be at a disadvantage in terms of speed. You won't be able to run away from enemies who are coming to kill you and chase them if they're going to be getting a kill from it. From there you want to be getting a Radiance. Now this is kinda risky and it's going to take you a while to get farmed up, but in the later stages in the game it's going to help you farm more effectively, make you very annoying. I mean, you just stand next to people and it'll burn them. And it really synergizes well with your other skills. However, if you're not going to get your Radiance up by 25-minute mark at the absolute latest, just skip it. After that it really drops off very significantly and you're not going to get the full effect of it. After you got your Radiance up, pick up an Orb of Venom. The Orb will synergize really well with your Nasal Goo and will make you a very powerful chaser, even if you do only have tier 1 boots. But on that note, you know what would make you a better chaser? Boots of Travel. You should be farming amazingly well with your Radiance now, so the high cost shouldn't be that much of a problem. Phase Boots and Power Treads are also viable options, but the Boots of Travel again will help you with your farming because you can just TP where the farm is, and it means you won't need to carry TP scrolls, which is, as everyone knows, the #1 rule of Dota and the best way to improve if you're not doing it already. Next item to pick up is an Assault Cuirass. The attack speed and the armor will increase both your offensive and defensive potential. Also, remember the aura actually applies to towers as well, so reducing tower armor is a very good way of taking them down. A heart would be a really good choice for your next item due to the regen. After you've chased someone down, you can always just back off, regen back up to full health, and then go do it again with someone else. At this point, if the game is still going on, you can upgrade your Orb of Venom into an Eye of Skadi. It is expensive, but again, this is very endgame. You're using the slot anyway, and it's going to be very, very powerful. Early on you want to be with the support, farming your arse off to try and get up that Radiance as fast as possible. To do this, either pick the easy lane or the hard lane, it's really up to you depending on how confident you are. Ideally your support should be babysitting you this whole time until you get your radiance up. So you don't want to go around roaming to try and find kills, it's just not going to happen, at least this early on, especially if you're trying to get that radiance up. When you have got your radiance up, you'll want to be looking for kills. Now this is when you do your little piggy dance, some people call it, but I like to just say you tickle the enemy with the bristles and then you run away. Nasal goo the target and get just close enough so that your quill spray will go off, then run away out of range. Repeat this as much as possible. The damage from the radiance and quill spray will whittle them down slowly, whereas you're getting faster and faster because of your warpath and they're getting slower and slower because of the nasal goo you keep stacking up on them, as well as reducing their armour. In teamfights it's the same idea. You want to run around the edges as much as possible, then move into attack with your quill spray and try and get as many targets into AoE as possible. But remember, it does have a stacking debuff on the enemy units, so you want to try and focus down the same ones over and over again. For example, if you're going to run in and then you're only going to hit 1 out of the 5 targets, make sure that that target is continuously attacked in future run-bys, I suppose you would call them.
Thanks very much for watching this guide. If you liked it, feel free to subscribe, like and favourite down below, and comment on anything you think I should change, or perhaps might be of use to anyone else watching this guide. I'm AnEvilSnowman, and I'll see you